Okay, so this is my book on the wall. This is what I'm working on this weekend about guns for writers. My introduction is going to be who I am, my perspective as a woman in the industry, and as a shooter and somebody who likes guns but didn't always. I expect this to be probably a page and a half or so. Chapter 1, and the reason I'm sharing this with you is I figure if I give you something to work off of, you may have some input, some ideas of what I could do with each chapter. So chapter 1, why does your hero need or want a gun? Now this is something that I addressed as a manager at the gun shop. People would come in, they'd want a gun, and my first question would be, well, why do you want it? Do you want it for self-defense? Do you want it to go target shooting? Do you need to conceal it? Are you using it for work? This is a perspective that most writers disregard. They don't take it into account at all. So I'm going to cover that in chapter 1. Chapter 2, what is the hero's experience with guns and what's his attitude? I'm thinking particularly of Matt Damon, who does a lot of shoot 'em up movies, but he's anti-gun. And I'm also thinking of a friend of mine who works for the government in Chicago, and her take on guns is that they're tools. She says, you know what, I don't care how it works. I don't care about anything, except that I have to use it on the job. You know, I wear it. Kind of like driving a car, she says. Chapter 3, pistol versus revolver and the whys of each. Why would a person choose a pistol over a revolver and vice versa, as well as single action versus double action and defining it, and why somebody would want to use a single action gun, etc. Ammunition, I don't know what I'm going to do with this beyond ballistics and what ammunition looks like, and why you don't want hot loads, etc. Just practical considerations. Chapter 5. This may actually be chapters 5 and 6. How guns work, just the kinetics, the physics of it, just to take the mystery out of it for people so they understand why you have to have, what each button does. So I'll probably have an exploded drawing here and point out each part. And then I guess chapter 6 will be pet peeves of gun experts. For example, please stop putting safeties on Glocks. And that's just one. Then I'm going to have a chapter with photos of guns. And I started off like this and decided that I need to give each gun manufacturer its own page. Beretta, Taurus, Sig Sauer, etc. This is just the beginning. And then my last page, chapter, whatever, is going to be questions and answers based on what Tammy asked me. She asked me a whole bunch of questions, things that I just wouldn't have thought of because it's been so long since I didn't know anything about guns. So, if you have any ideas, here we go again, intro, please give me your input. If you've got any ideas or any questions or about the layout, does it make sense the way I've done it in this particular order? I'm open to suggestions, and then photos, and then Q&A. I love you. Bye.